Hey there, everybody. Pete here from Comic Book Geezers. Got on the Zoom line today our other partner in crime, Mr. Kirk. What's going on, my friend?
Hey, how's it going? Good, good. All's good.
Cool, cool. So you and Mr. Bill were kind of busy or in recent weeks. So when I was unable to go comic book hunting with the both of you, you went out and sampled some wares at some stores and conventions and things like that. So we've already done two parts of Bill's pickup. So now we've got Kirk here who's going to show us what he has picked up in recent weeks. So what do you got for us?
Well, yeah, we missed you, man. We missed you. We definitely could have used somebody else to help us spending, some money there, basically.
I would have loved to, but unfortunately,
yeah. You're smarter than us, but we hit these. It was great. It was a great show down in Jersey. So it was cheap. It was like $5 to get in. And it was the same week as New York Comic Con, which I hate to say it, I just wasn't going to hit with all the stuff with COVID and everything. I was just kind of like, and I hate to say it, those shows have become less and less about comic books, more about pop culture. And I just was like, yeah. And so for $5 we got in. There was a bunch of great shows. They were a bunch of little dealers that brought in their books. Bill and I spent 2 or 3 hours down there surfing through some stuff. I mean, there was some stuff in there that was kind of like, woof, but there was some gems in there that we were able to find. I started out with picking up basically some commandees because I'm still working on that. And these are a pain to find, especially this one. I think this is the last issue. And I was able to get them for $1 a piece. So like, how do you beat that?
Can't beat that. So this is all the post Kirby stuff. So who did the artwork on the covers of those? Looks awfully familiar.
It looks like Jim Starlin did the OMAC backstory in these, and these are Rubenstein.
Wow.
So Buckler and Buckler also on the 47. So definitely, really solid. I'm a big fan of anything Kirby. So like, you know what? The OMAC stuff, again, that was a great little run by Kirby. It only lasted like 6 or 7 issues. I always think it's a bummer because I think that was, to me, it was one of my favorite of the Kirby DC books, and there's just not a lot of them. But these were great. There was a guy right out front. We just had dollar bits. So me and Bill just dove right in. I also got this in the same bin. I like the old Thunder Agents. It's Tower Comics. It's an old indie book. These were fun. So Wally Wood was part of the team that did this. Wally Wood cracks me up. He's just a little out there, but he did some great stuff. He was the guy who helped create Power Girl, and that's always a kind of because he kept expanding her chest over the issues. So this is like Wally Wood's just quite the character. I also picked up. I'm trying to piece together the first 200 issues of the Justice League, which I'm not doing too bad on. I think I need like 30 issues still left to do the complete run. So it's not too bad.
Yeah.
But I'm probably never going to get because I have, I think the earliest is I have an issue 3. 1 and 2 are just, yeah.
You might as well sell your house, right?
Yeah. And then, sometimes you say to yourself, like, it's like take my family on vacation or buy a comic book. I know which way my family's going to vote. So yeah, but again, the prices at the show were really pretty good. I got Undersea Agent, again, another Tower book, the same guys who did, the other books I was showing before, all the Thunder Agents and stuff. So this is all good stuff.
A giant squid on the cover?
It is. They're battling a giant killer squid, it looks like, or an octopus.
Cool.
It's a return of Dr. Fang. These are like definitely like, you got Cold War books. These are, probably not the most politically correct books anymore. Kind of 2-dimensional, but I like them. It takes me back to my childhood. So I like that. I'm putting together too a run of DC special books. So this is Earth-shaking stories, just basically reprint books, but you can get these dirt cheap and they're fun. It's an old reprint book for the most part. They would occasionally mix some newer stuff in, but this one's a reprint. And you get a Flash story with Green Lantern and a Shazam story. And this was the early 70s, so when they DC had just purchased Shazam, so they were trying to use him as much as possible. So then I picked up this, which I was kind of surprised. Got this for $1 actually. It's a giant sized adventure comic back with the Legion of Superheroes.
Nice.
And again, this is where Lightning Lad died, so there was a big thing. It was actually different because at that point you really never killed the character. They killed him, but they brought him back, obviously.
Of course they did, right? Of course.
Yeah. But
nobody stays dead and stays dead forever in comic land.
No, Jesus. Because it's funny, they brought back Gwen Stacy not that long ago, and I was kind of surprised. I was like, my God, that Bucky was also supposed to be like, you never touched Uncle Ben, Gwen Stacy, or Bucky. Now we're waiting for Uncle Ben to show up because everybody else has made a comeback. But I picked up some old Justice Leagues. As I said, I'm working on that set. This is, I'll be honest, around issues 80 to like 120 or something is like the sweet spot for these like Silver Age, Bronze Age books, in my opinion. This is some really good stuff. Neil Adams was doing some of the covers. Yeah. I mean, the interior, I hate to say it, this is one of those books that the covers are a little bit better than the interior. I think it was Dick Dillon was doing the interior. But they're fun. As I said, I like them. A couple of more Commandees.
Oh, so you got a few of them. Cool.
Yeah, I love this series, and there's only like 60 of them, but really, once you get past like the first 2 or 3 issues of the series, they're really affordable. Even the one isn't that bad. I mean, a high-end copy will run you like 150 or something if you really want a pristine copy. But you want a reader's copy or whatever, you can get it for $10, So it's very doable for a collector. If you're into Kirby, I recommend it. I am also working on definitely a couple of Western series right now. The Mighty Marvel Westerns this is one of those. I picked that up just recently too. It's a Gil Kane cover. I love Gil Kane. I mean, he jumped in. I mean, a lot of these books, though, I tell you, they just reprinted stuff from the 50s. So it's kind of 50s, 60s stuff. So Jimmy Olsen, because I'm not a big fan of the Jimmy Olsen series, to be honest with you. But what I am a big fan of is Jack Kirby. Right. So Kirby did like 18 or 19 issues of it's like from like 132, 33, somewhere there to 150. He did Jimmy Olsen. It tied into all the New God stuff. So these I strongly recommend. This is the second to last one. Again, I only paid $3 for it, so at Zap. So
can't beat that.
Now this book, I will warn you, this is my oddity for this. I picked this book up because of the cover. I picked it up at the show. It was in a $1 bin. It's an adult book, so I would not recommend this to be stuffed in any kid's Christmas stocking this year. But I love the cover so much because I'm a Godzilla fan. and I looked at the cover and I'm like, I'm in. So especially for $1. So yeah, definitely hot. And it's actually good because I like this guy. He did a lot of books. If during the 80s there was a Myth Adventures indie book that was out that was really good. And this is the same guy. I'm trying to remember his name. It's like Fagago or something like that. He did some great stuff. He very odd kind of comic book stuff. This is all adult, very risque.
Well, at Xenophile, and what's the publishing company on that?
It is Pollard Press. I've never heard of them. I definitely don't think this was something that lasted long. Yeah, it's dated 1989. From what I gather, I looked it up because I was curious about it. There were 11 issues done. And from what I understood too, I didn't realize this guy had done some work in the adult, magazines doing cartoons and stuff. And then during the late 80s, there was more of an interest in more adult oriented comic books. And this was part of that. As I said, the cover caught me. I thought it was funny. And I got it for $1. So
Can't beat that. If it sucks, you toss it, right? Yeah.
That's it. Worst case scenario, it becomes a coaster or I paint, on it or something. I don't know. So then I also picked up Justice League 54, the second appearance of the Royal Flush Gang.
Nice cover on that.
Yeah, and that's always fun. I love that stuff. You know, again, Justice League, I love. The Phantom, I'm a big fan of the Phantom. Again, I think I got like 15 issues left to get this whole run. But these are a pain because nobody ever carries these damn books.
I never see those out anywhere.
No, I get them occasionally at a show. I got this one at Zap again. I was down there and I was like, oh yeah. I'm also putting together my Tales to Astonish set.
Yeah.
So you can't, you got to get those. Again, sweet. I love that.
Yeah, I love those Tales to Astonish. Those are good. Those and Tales of Suspense are both really good.
Yeah, I say definitely love Submariner. I'm kind of hoping that they do a decent movie for him because there's talk of a movie. But again, sometimes you're like, ooh, is it something that's going to work or is it going to crash and burn really bad? I got these. I've been putting these together. These are great. These fantasy masterpiece books. They're pretty affordable. I'm paying like $5 a book. They're like 11 issues of this. The one that cost you like $20. But the cool thing about these are, again, golden age stories that you're really not going to see anywhere else.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got the origin of Toro, the original Human Torch's sidekick, plus the original story of the origin of the original Human Torch. Again, stories you just don't see. And they throw in those horrible old 50s monster stuff as well in this. So you get like, we search the stars and I believe in ghosts and monstereros. I mean, I'm in, so it's all good stuff. And I'm just gonna throw that one over with another Tales to Astonish.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah. And then I always got to get a couple of magazines. Check this cover out. This thing, I'm trying to make sure.
Oh, wow. I love those creepy and eerie magazines. I keep looking at those and looking at them like, if I buy one, that's going to be the death of me. I'm going to keep buying them and buying them and buying them. That's why I haven't been.
I got to, yeah, they're like potato chips. You just don't eat one. You go through the whole bag. And I got to admit, there was a guy in Jersey when Bill and I were down there, and he was like, these are a little beat up. They're reader copies, but he was like, again, he sold me 3 for $5.
Can't beat that.
So I got that creepy. And this Vampirella, it's not a convention without a little Vampirella action.
Right.
And that one.
Nice.
So he was like pretty reasonable about that. And then my last thing is I picked this up, which is a really weird book. It's an indie book. This is why like 70s indie books, you never knew who was working on. This is a Neil Adams cover. I mean, and again, got it for $5. I had never heard of it. It's science fiction, kind of crazy, but $5,
Can't beat that.
No, that's it, and I hate to say it like this. That's what you pay for a current book. So, and it's a lot better. So
way better. Yeah. And it's got a Neil Adams cover, right? So
yeah, exactly. So, definitely couldn't do that. Yeah. So
cool. You got some good stuff there.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'll get out one of these days soon. Hopefully I can show some new stuff, because it's like I feel like I haven't bought anything new in quite a while. I have like a stack like this that I haven't even read yet, that I bought like early this year and late last year. So I'm like way behind.
That's my problem too, is I've got to catch up on my reading. It's like you buy this stuff and you're like, haha, I have it. And then you're like, well, when do I have time to read it? I'm like, yeah.
The issues of life. Life always gets in the way of simple things like comic book reading, right?
Yes, exactly.
So there you have it, everybody. Some new acquisitions, recent acquisitions from Kirk. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please make sure you subscribe if you have not already, and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our new videos that post every Wednesday and Friday. Also, down below in the video description, you will see the link to the Sea of Tranquility merch page, where you can get some comic book geezer stuff as well. We've got a really cool t-shirt with the wood creature on it, created by Mr. Bill himself, and also the same image on the t-shirt on a coffee mug. So that's listed below. Thanks for watching, everybody. For Kirk, I am Pete. We'll see you all real soon here on Comic Book Geezers. Take care. Bye-bye.